Your arms up over your head, inhale. And exhale, lift your arms back up. As you move your arms, you want to breathe into your rib cage laterally. And then exhale your arms back up. The goal isn't to reach back and feel the floor, not at all. It's how far can you reach back without arching your spine away from the mat. We've got 3 more. The other interesting thing about doing so much film work is when I watch myself, I can correct myself, and I've been noticing my elbows have been bent. So really working on keeping those arms straight. And the other thing for clearance is when you reach your arms back, stretch your arms over your head. Let your shoulder blades rise so you don't pinch your shoulder joint, and then lift back up. This is super functional when you're reaching up into that top shelf of your kitchen or home, that you want to stretch your shoulder blades up and then back down. All right, let's bring the arms all the way down to the mat. Take your right leg, lift it up to tabletop. This is called a knee fold. The goal is to lift the leg and not rock the pelvis. Everyone's different. You'll notice one side's going to be a little bit harder than the other. A plan would be to really press your opposite heel down into the floor when you lift the floating leg. So both legs are working. You haven't lost sight of the floor leg. We've got 4 more here. One of the Pilates principles is concentration. So if you just can use this next 30, 40 minutes to focus on yourself, I do believe you'll be better for others throughout your day. 1 more on each side. And if I didn't introduce myself, I don't even know if I said my name. I'm Sarah Talbert. And then both legs up. All right, it's harder here. Right leg comes down, lift that right leg up. Left leg comes down, lift that left leg up. Keep going. Now the further your knees are from your center, the harder it is. So if I start to bring my legs further away, I'm working extra hard through my abs to not lose the mat and to not pooch my stomach out. I have to pull the belly in. 4, 3, and 2, and 1 more, and then both feet come down to the mat. Knee spreads. From here, the left leg stays the same as your right leg falls out to the side of the mat. Stretch your inner thigh and lift that right leg back up. Let's do the same side 5 times. I roll to the outer edge of my right foot, and then I come back up. And I'm trying hard not to let my left leg move at all. We've got 2 more. Great exercise that preps us for more of the work that comes down the road, like side kick series, learning to separate your leg from your body, from your hip. Super, side 2. So the right leg stays the same. The left leg's gonna fall out, and then you lift your left leg back up 4 more times, really using those obliques to keep us from twisting. So we keep our box square on the mat. The box in Pilates is shoulder to shoulder, hip to hip. It's really more like a rectangle. Unless you're long torsoed or short torsoed, then it's a box. And a rest. Awesome. All right, from here we're going to start working the neck area. This is a head nod. So lift your chin up to the ceiling and then pull your chin down. And my head is still on the mat. I haven't lifted my head up. So my chin is up and I glide my chin down, completely ruining the ponytail. Chin up and then chin down. And if you have short hair, this is your day here. You don't have to worry about it. Chin up and chin down, and last one. Now when you bring your chin down, the crown of your head lies here. Imagine a string pulling the crown of your head up and away, and you may feel a stretch through the back of your shoulders or through the back of your neck. Then we're going to move to head lifts. Curl the chin to your chest, begin to lift your head and curl up, and try to do so without a lot of movement in that rib cage. So I'm going to lift my head through my neck, using my neck, and not a lot through the rib cage yet. 2 more. So really strengthening the neck. This is hard stuff. The head's heavy. All neck. And last one. Okay, the 100, so we're going to curl the head up. We're going to bend the ribs a little bit. So if you see here, then I start to curl through my ribs. Lift my right leg, lift my left leg, and begin to pump my arms. I'm going to inhale for 5. Exhale for 5. Inhale for 5. Exhale for 5. Inhale for 5. Exhale for 5. When you exhale, really scoop in. Now we're going to send the legs out, if you can, for another set. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 3 more. We've got this. Inhale. Exhale. And if your head and neck's getting tired, you can rest your head down. That's okay. Exhale. And last one. Inhale. And exhale. And then bend your knees. Lower your head. Lower your feet. Oof, that was hard. Slide back a little bit on your mat. And we're going to reach the legs out long. And your fingertips long. So your legs are straight, pressing down. Curl the head up and begin to roll up a little. And roll back down. Press your heels into the floor. Press the back of your legs into the floor. Curl up again. Come up a little higher. And roll back down. If you need to bend your knees, this is a level 1 class. You can bend your knees and hold your thighs, if that helps you. Okay, we're going to come up again and come up just a little bit higher here. And roll back down. We're still prepping that core. I'm starting to get warm. Are you? And curl your head up and roll all the way up this time, sliding your fingers for your toes and stretch. Now flex your feet and roll back. When you roll back, push your feet away from you. So I'm trying to have little drag on the mat. I'm not letting my legs slide back on the mat. The roll up, arms come over your head, lift your arms, lift your head, roll up, round forward, really get a good stretch, and then roll back down segmentally. And I'm trying to keep the spine of my ear back a little and not let my head bobble forward as I roll down. We've got 3 more. Exhale, stretch. And roll down. Getting your hips under you. Last one. Really pull the toes back. Wake up the spine. And roll on down. Slowly, bone by bone by bone. Take your right knee into your chest. And give your right leg a little squeeze here. And while you're doing that, press your left leg down. So I'm trying to get the daylight underneath my left thigh, and the mat's less, decreased. So I'm pressing my both legs to the earth. And then stretch your leg to the ceiling and grab behind your thigh. So both legs are working. And then your hands to your sides. Hold your leg up from your core here. Take your leg across your body, lower your leg, and circle your leg up to center. We've got 5, pausing at the top, 4, exhale up, 3, final 2, and 1 more. Only my right leg is moving, and then reverse the direction. Try not to move that left leg at all. 5, and 4, and 3, last 2, and 1. Bend the knee, give yourself a good stretch, And then slide that right leg onto the mat as we pull the left leg in towards the body and give it a good pull. So now we're pushing the back of the right leg down into the mat, trying to minimize that space between my thigh and the mat. And then stretch your left leg to the ceiling. When you let go of the leg, it's your abdominals, your core, your center that holds the leg up, and your quad. So keep the knees straight. Take the leg across your body. Loop down towards your ankle and back up. 5. Exhale. 4. Right leg doesn't move. 3. 2. And 1 more. Reverse out. Down and cross and up. 2. 3 more. And bend the knee into the chest. Well done. From here, rolling like a ball with control. Try to roll up. Bring your knees, your bottom forward to your feet. Grab a hold of your ankles here. And make a tight little ball, diving your head between your knees. Roll back to your shoulders and roll back on up. Now if you got stuck back there, don't worry, no one saw. Try again. Roll back, roll up, rounding the spine the best you can so there's no thump. And roll up. We got 4 more. 4. Exhale up. 3. Exhale up. 2. Exhale up. And 1 more. Exhale up. The feet come down. Your hands lift your bottom, and we bring the legs back, or the hips back. Take your left hand on your right knee and roll to your back and stretch the other leg long as if you're reaching for a target. And think of bringing your knee towards your nose. Elbows wide, shoulders down the back. Single leg stretch. And switch sides. And stretch. And switch. And stretch. Scoop the belly when you let go of those legs so your tummy doesn't protrude out, but we're funneling the navel to the floor like when you watch water go down a drain. Keep moving, movement heals, and the box of your pelvis stays square. Last 2, and then give yourself a neck break. Both knees in, head is down. Nicely done. So move your head side to side, stretching out the neck. And then we're going to head into double leg stretch. So both legs weigh a lot more than just one. Hands to your sides. Send your legs out and back in without arching your back. So the head's up, and I'm trying to lift my tailbone a little when my legs go out. 2 more. Reach and pull. Last one. Reach and pull. Lower your head back down, and we're going to do double leg stretch, adding the arms, which makes it a little bit harder. Do try to keep your shoulders up off the mat. So there's a cactus behind your shoulders. Reach your arms back, curl away from the cactus, circle your arms around, hug your ankles, pull in. 4. 3. Inhale, 2. And 1. And hug back in. Spine stretch forward. Our transitions in Pilates are like exercises. So coming up to the next one is a move of its own. Round your spine. Legs are apart, feet are flexed. Stretch forward and stack your spine back up. So you might feel this in your back. You might be feeling this in your hamstrings. You might be feeling this up in your inner thigh. Wherever you feel it, that's right for you. Everybody's different. Exhale, reach reach, reach, and back up. We've got 2 more. So this is a breathing exercise. Try to get all your air out. Exhale, bring it up. When you do that, you connect into those abs. Inhale. Exhale, all the air out. Elbows straight, toes back, make your body active, and back up. Moving into saw, arms out wide. Keep your arms straight. Turn one direction, reach that palm back. The pinky finger saws off that pinky toe. 1 further, 2 furthest, 3, and lift. Twist. Round over, right ear towards right knee. 1, 2, and 3, and lift. Let's do 3 to each side this morning. Exhale, I'm looking back. Exhale, exhale. Really making sure my opposite hip stays on the mat the best I can today. And 1 more each way. Reach back 1, we go further 2, furthest 3. See how much of your face you can make visible behind your mat. 1, 2, and 3. Fabulous. From here, let's bring the legs together. Roll onto your back, and we'll go into a shoulder bridge. So you have your knees bent and your feet flat. Before we go to bridge, I'm going to actually take you into a pelvic tilt. So when we flatten our low back and tip the pelvis, that's a posterior tilt. And when you lower your sacrum heavier and arch the back, we call that an anterior tilt. So there's no test after class today, but I think knowing more about these moves, if you stick with me, the better you'll do. Knowledge is definitely power when it comes to Pilates. And arch your back and flatten your back. And somewhere in between, we'll explore, is called neutral. So when I have a little bit of a space in my back, I'm in a neutral position there instead of imprinted, which is flat. So I'm going to go to neutral. And then I'm going to have you guys try to bring your right hip down and your left hip comes up. And then go ahead and switch sides. So if you ever have, if you know you have get like a tight left SI joint or tight left SI joint, which are the joints back here, this is a really great way to kind of loosen them up. For me, biking, which I love to do, definitely can lock me up on my left side. And this exercise really opens me up and soothes that hip. Couple more on each side. Okay, now we're going to go into a bridge, and this whole area of the pelvis is more warm. Bridge your hips straight up, inhale, and then exhale, lower down slowly, bone by bone by bone. And just as a reminder, today's level 1 class, tomorrow's level 2, and Thursday is level 3, and I'm really going to stick to that so you can see the difference in our levels and how they flow and what they feel like. Inhale, bridge up, reach your knees over your toes. Try to get those thighs to really stretch. Make sure your knees haven't gone wide. And lower down slowly, bone by bone by bone. We've got 2 more. Inhale, up. And exhale, lower down, bone by bone by bone. And we've got 1 more. Inhale, bridge up. And exhale, lower down slowly, bone by bone by bone. Love it. Okay, let's go and slide the legs out onto the mat and reach your right arm over your head. And we're going to roll to the right side for our side kick series. So my right elbow is to the back side of the mat and my legs are slightly forward. I'm spending a little more time getting you guys set up to make sure you're in the right form. In level 2 and 3, there's less setup and more correctional cues. So shoulder over shoulder, hip over hip, ankle over ankle. Lift your top leg. Reach your top leg so long that you get a little space in your waist. Just doing this is work. So my abs are pulled in. I feel I'm triggered. My leg is long and I'm pressing the bottom. I want you to press the bottom of your right base foot down into the floor. Kick the leg to the front for 2 and then to the back for 2. So this is called front and back. My leg, you want your leg to move from your hip And try not to move your lower spine. So it's all right here. Your leg is like a gate to your fence. So the gate opens and then the gate swings closed. Use your powerhouse. 3 more. Knee is super straight. Last one. And reach. Ankle over ankle. Externally rotate your thigh. Get your knee towards the ceiling. So you're really spiraling at the hip. Kick the leg up and pull down in thirds. Inhale and reach. 2, 3. Inhale and reach. 2, 3. Inhale and lower, lower, lower. Last time. Inhale and lower, lower, lower. Lift the leg up, grab in front of your thigh and behind your ankle. Try to feel that left hip right here drop down a little closer towards your right ankle. So one of my teachers I like to see is 𝓶𝑐𝑒, and she calls this your ejectable leg. So my leg is tied up here, but what if my top hip leg kept reaching down and out? Then take your bottom leg back a little and lift your leg up and lower it down. And lift up and down. Find your upper inner thigh and try to pull those pelvic floor muscles in and up and lower. 2 more. Notice how my foot isn't moving. I'm moving my leg from the upper thigh. And then we're going to head into some circles. So I'm going to try to take up the real estate of the mat all the way back, all the way forward. 1 more. And then let's reverse. So circle the leg to the back and up and around. Into the back, up and around. I love it. 2 more. When you get to the back side, you feel other deeper muscles kick in. Don't skip it. And last one. Love it. Keep that top leg up, or the bottom leg up off the mat. Stack your legs together. Roll to your belly. For beats on belly. So I open the legs, the width of the mat, and pull in. And I'm going to do this a little bit more with more vigor. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Hold the squeeze. Trap those inner thighs together. Keep squeezing. We're going to do this 1 more time. Open, close. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and trap your heels together. Squeeze your inner thighs. Tighten your bottom. The legs are off the floor. You're starting to get a little burn in there. 1 more set. Here we go. 10, 9, 8. Scoop your abs. 5, 4, 3, 2, and squeeze and push back into rest position. Toes are down. Keep hollowing out your abs as you curl in. And my ribs are not resting on my thighs. I'm bending and rounding my back like a rainbow. And then I'm going to have you guys turn around to the other side of the mat. So you're on your left side here. The legs stretch out long. And the hand is on the front for balance. And your legs are reaching out. Make sure your hips are stacked. And you lift the top leg. Find that little space in your waist. So I'm ankle over ankle, knee over knee, hip over hip, shoulder over shoulder, ear over ear. And we don't want to lose length in our neck. Sometimes we kind of slouch into the mat. So you want to really pull yourself long. Kicking to the front for 2 and to the back for 2. 1, 2, 1, 2. Awesome job, you guys. Keep moving to the back and to the front, to the back and to the front. Feel your top shoulder not move. So if you were balancing your favorite beverage this morning on your shoulder, you're not going to spill. We've got 2 more. Grounding that bottom leg takes extra effort and pays off. and to the back, and bring yourself ankle over ankle. Spiral the knee to the ceiling, the toes to the ceiling. This happens from the hip. Kick the leg up high, pull down in thirds. That's the rhythm. Up and pull, pull, pull. What if we were in a room of thick air, pulling through the air like you're slicing it and pulling down, down, down. Last two, lift up and reach, 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 and one more, and reach, reach, reach. Excellent job. Lift the leg up high, grab behind the ankle, place your foot down. Take a moment to stretch. If you can't get your foot in front of you like so, press your leg down, your shin down. Some of us have had hip replacements or knee replacements, and this angle isn't available. There's always an option. Keep trying, don't give up. Bring your leg, your bottom floor leg back on the mat, lift it up, lower down. Lift it up, lower down. 3 more. Breathe. Circles. Try to take up the entire real estate of your mat. And reverse. Skim the mat. Reach back and around. Up and around. Final 2. And rest. Keep the leg lifted. Stack your legs together. Hold your legs up for a moment. Notice your obliques, those side abs, before you roll to your belly. We're going to do a fundamental called flight. Slide your hands down to your sides. Palms are up, unless you prefer palms down. Forehead on the mat. Lift your shoulders to your ears. Roll your shoulders back. Slide your fingers down the mat and pick your chest up and hold. Make sure your rib cage is still on the mat. Otherwise, you're getting too much into your lower back, and lower down. Shoulders up, shoulders back, sliding your fingertips down and opening that chest. So I'm feeling this in my mid-upper back and down. We've got 2 more. Roll the shoulders, reach for your heels, activate your legs. Activate your abs. Just because you're on your tummy doesn't mean you forget to pull it in away from the mat. 2 more. This is so good for postural work and to balance out all this computer work we're having to do. If you're like me, where I'm more virtual now, and rest. Okay, another one we're going to do is called goalpost arms. So you're going to bring your arms out to the sides, 90-degree angle. Your forehead will be on the mat. I'm keeping my head up so you can hear me. And then you're going to keep your wrists straight. With your elbow down, lift your forearm up and lower back down. This is called goalpost arms. And this teaches us the connection between our shoulder blades and our rib cage. We call that rib to scap connection. So feel how those shoulder blades connect back into the rib cage. I'm hoping you don't have a lot of action in your upper traps here, which is your neck. So soften there and drive down into that inferior angle of your shoulder blade. We've got 2 more. Lovely. Then send your arms out in front of you, and we're going to go into swimming. Keeping your palms down. Now if you say, oh, Sarah, I can't get my arms in front, my shoulders, just keep your arms to your sides or back here. That's okay. And lift your right leg up and hold. Now notice that your left hip is on the mat still. Lift your left leg up. And your goal is to keep both hips grounded, including that pubic bone. So your hip bones and pubic bone make a tripod, and those are the points of contact I want you to feel on the mat. It may not be perfect today, but if you don't know where you're going, it's really hard to get there. So our goal is the tripod there with the pelvis. 4, 3, leg is long, leg reaches back. It's more important to reach than it is to lift. All right, now we're gonna move opposite arm with leg. Right arm, left leg, pull apart and lower. Left arm, right leg, pull apart, meaning pull your fingers away from your toes and lower. This is a great butt exercise. So let's keep doing that to keep our derriere from falling. And right arm, left leg, activate that glute, straighten the knee a little more. And into leg pull front, support only. So that is a plank. Curl your toes under, lift your knees. Place your hands close to your body, shoulder blades down your back. If you want to have your knees down to lift up, you can, but let's try first. So my head's in line with the spine, my abs are super tight, and I'm going to press away from the floor and lift up. Holding 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and I'm going to turn my left hip to the mat to face you and bend the knees up for a mermaid. Place your hand, your free hand around your ankles, your other arm comes up to your ear, side bend over and curl your tailbone under you, under your chin, posteriorly, pulling your ribcage back. Then try to make a T with your arms. Palm is up, reach for the mat, and side bend over. Still make sure your back is flat and you're not arching your lower back. Come up on one, side bend over, big stretch here. Into your T, palm up, side bend over. Got one more, we'll do 3 mermaids on each side. On this last one, take your palm, reach behind your head and neck, round forward, and really pull the abs in and up as you stretch. Breathe here. Exhale. Hands come behind you. Prop your legs up. Bring your legs around to the other side of the mat. Grab a hold of your ankles here. Reach your right arm up and side bend up and over. Tailbone sweeps under, rib cage pulls and funnels in. Lift up, try to get to a letter T. Right palm up, forearm to the mat, side stretch, long and lift. Long arms, side bend up and over. Whoops, I'm gonna grab my head, not yet, Sarah. And to a T, palm up, reach. We've got one more here. Try to lift without using your arms a whole lot. So we're lifting from the power of our trunk. And then take your hands behind your head and round and stretch. Then from here, I'm going to turn around to that end of my mat again for the seal. So turn and bring your body forward a bit. Clap your hands together. Dive your hands through your legs. Grab a hold of your feet. We'll clap our feet 3 times with the body weight on the bottom and 3 times with the body weight on the shoulders. 1, 2, 3, roll back. 1, 2, 3, roll up. 1, 2, 3, roll back. 1, 2, 3, roll up. We've got 3 more after this one. 3 to go. So the clapping of the feet helps us open our hips a little and helps us re-solidify or confirm the connection between the thigh and the hip, the femur and the hip. Last one. Now let go of your legs, cross your right leg over the left. I'm going to stand up without using my hands. So I come through and I press my feet down and stand up. Turn around so that you're facing your mat. And slide your hands down your legs until your hands are on the mat. If you're tighter, reach out a little bit and bring your palms down. Look out over the mat. We've got 3 hands. 1, 2, and by the third, you're in a plank position. With a Pilates push-up, our elbows are narrow. So I use my rib to scap connection, legs straight, bend, and straighten my arms. Bend and straighten. We've got 4, 3, 2, and 1 more. Curl your chin to your chest. Walk your hands back. 1, 2, 3, and stay here and stretch. Try to stack your spine without leaning too far back. So you want to keep your pelvis forward as you lift your back. We're going to go down one more time. Slide your hands down your thighs, palms to you. Let the crown of your head go so you're not looking at the mat, you're looking in on your body. And see if you can get your hands down. Maybe you're out here. Maybe you're super limber and you have your hands on your feet. Walk out. 1, 2, 3 into your plank. And bend your elbows. I'm going to go for 10 push-ups here. And slowly curl your head in and walk back. Stack your spine. Try to keep your hips forward. Lifting your heels a little bit. One more stretch for you guys this morning. We're going to come down to the hands and knees. Round the back, cat. Flatten the back, cow. 2 more times. And keep breathing. Obviously you're breathing. How about I say this a better way? Follow your breath. Try not to lose sight of your breath. Toes down if you can. Sit on your ankles and press your shins a little closer into that mat. Try to get your sitting bones right on those heels and use them as a tools to get a little bit more pushed into that mat. Noticing if one ankle is tighter, one foot is tighter. The more you do this, the less cramping you get, the less adverse reaction you get. So just learning to surrender to some of these stretches that aren't always comfortable. But then again, isn't that how we grow, when we find things that aren't comfortable and do it anyway? Not injuring yourself. Okay, take your right leg forward and slowly bring that left hip forward and stretch. Try to keep the hips square. And then we're going to take the leg back. I pull my toe up and I'm going to straighten my front leg and round forward. So we've got 2 more on this side, 3 on the other, and we'll wrap up for this morning. Tomorrow is level 2, and tomorrow will be a little bit earlier at 8 a.m. And coming forward and stretch. I am trying to post the schedule on my personal Instagram as well as the Studio B Pilates Boutique. So if you would follow us, that'd be great. Obviously you're following me if you're taking class now. And then switch legs. And please do share these workouts with your friends and people that you know would benefit. So I'm bringing my leg forward. I'm trying to keep my hips square and my tail curled under and getting a little more stretch. And then I come back through. Pull your toes back and think of pulling that left hip back and try to make your back a little bit flatter and then come through. 2 more. So I'm lifting my chest forward for my big toe. And bend through. We've got 1 more. And bring that leg through. All right, friends, have an awesome day today. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope I get to see you again tomorrow. It's going to be a little faster pace. A few more exercise sprinkled in. See you Thursday for advanced. Friday off, Saturday off, Sunday